So okay, let's get started. Okay, it's already 2-3 minutes ஆயிடுச்சு. I don't want to waste your time. So இப்போ நம்ம we completed up to complex numbers இல்லையா? So you are comfortable with complex numbers, complex algebra, right, Sundaresan?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, I will write a small problem. ரொம்ப ஈஸியான ப்ராப்ளம் தான். Just to see whether you are able to do it. எங்க புக்ல இருந்த ப்ராப்ளம் தான், ரொம்ப இன்ட்ரெஸ்டிங்கா இருந்துச்சு. I thought I'll பார்க்க முடியுதா நான் எழுதிருக்கிறத? You go to that whiteboard, you will be able to see that.
Sir, அந்த போர்டு இன்ஸ்டால் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு சார்.
ஓ ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே, இன்ஸ்டால் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கா உங்களுக்கு. I'm sharing it in the meeting also. இப்போ இதுதான் ப்ராப்ளம். I into I square into I cube into so on up to I to the power of 2000. Can you solve this?
Yes, sir.
Just solve it. Meanwhile, copy the first problem.
Sir, I got the board, sir.
What did you get?
Sir, 1, sir.
1. Okay. Very good. So how did you do it?
Sir, I into I to the I square into I cube into I to the power 4 equal to 1, sir.
Okay. I into I square into I cube into I to the power of 4. What is that?
1, sir.
Is it 1? I into I square into I cube into I to the power of 4 and n proper. I square is minus 1, right? I cube is minus I, right? I to the power of 4 is 1. So what is the product of all these 4? 1, 1.
Sir, 1 minute, sir.
Be careful. Minus and minus plus side, no? So it will simply become?
Sir, it can be I to the power of summation 2000, sir.
See, your approach is correct. So first 4 terms if you எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னா அதோட product எடுத்துட்டோம்னா you get minus 1, not 1. Okay, be careful. I into minus 1 into minus I into 1. So the sum is 0, but the product வந்து minus 1. Okay, so now I to the power of 5 is same as I, right? I to the power of 6 is same as this. So I to the power of 7, I to the power of 8 and all, it is same as it. So this same group is appearing 2000 divided by 4 those many times. So that means it is minus 1 to the power of 2000 divided by 4, right? 500. Since this is an even number, your result is 1. Suppose this is an odd number, you would have got it as -1. Okay. உங்க போர்டு இன்ஸ்டால் ஆயிடுச்சா இப்போ?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. See if you can write in that. Or you may try to buy a stylus or something. I think you should be able to connect it and do it. It will be effective. So sometimes நீங்க போட்டு காட்டலாம், அதெல்லாம் பண்ணலாம். Santana Mariraj, good evening. Yeah. So, you are able to. You have a stylus, so you are able to write it. Okay. So, so sometimes if you want to solve the problem, you can do it here, so that you know.
Sir, நம்ம arithmetic progression use பண்ணி solve பண்ணலாமா sir?
என்னமா?
Arithmetic progression.
This particular problem,
sum பண்ணனுமா sir? Like arithmetic progression use பண்ணி total powers கண்டுபிடிச்சு அது வழியா solve பண்ணலாம்ல sir?
அப்படியும் பண்ணலாம். Yes.
Sir, I sir answer
1.
Okay sir.
அது ரொம்ப கொஞ்சம் கஷ்டம் அது. The arithmetic progression நீங்க சொல்றது correct. I to the power of 1 into 2 equal to I to the power of 1 plus 2 plus up to 2000.
Yes,
so
sir.
But that you can find out. That will be 2000 into 2001 divided by 2. So that will be 2001 then 3 zeros. So it will be a huge number. So that will be, since that will be divisible by 4, so its result is 1. Yeah. So either way you can do, but you can also do like what we have done. Okay.
Okay sir.
Sure. Now let us see another problem. Very simple problem like that. Oh, this problem is also there in your book. I to the power of 59 plus 1 by I to the power of 59. If you can write, you can write on the board, any of you. If you if you're finding it hard, just leave it. You write it on a piece of paper and just tell me the answer. Tell me how you did it. So.
0.
You are getting it as 1. Okay.
Okay.
What about Sundaresan? Sundaresan, நீங்க போட்டுட்டு இருக்கீங்களா இன்னும்? What happened? Sundaresan, you are on mute.
Sir, இதோ போட்டுட்டு இருக்கேன் sir.
Okay, okay. சந்தான மரிராஜ், உங்களுக்கு இப்ப மிட் டர்ம் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கா?
சரி, இல்ல சார், முடிஞ்சிருச்சா?
ஓகே, உங்க ஸ்கூல் கொஞ்சம் எல்லாம் ஃபாஸ்டா போயிட்டு இருக்கு போல இருக்கு, ரிலேட்டிவ்லி குட். ஸோ உங்களுக்கு என்ன சாப்டர் வந்திருக்காங்க இப்போ?
சார் எங்களுக்கு அப்ளிகேஷன் ஆஃப் டெரிவேட்டிவ் அல்ல, எக்ஸிஸ்ட் மேக்ஸிமா மினிமா கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது சார். லாஸ்ட் எக்ஸிஸ்ட்
அப்ளிகேஷன் ஆஃப் டெரிவேட்டிவ்ஸா?
எஸ் சார்.
ஓகே ஓகே, குட் குட் குட். ஸோ நல்லா போயிட்டு இருக்கு உங்களுக்கு, சூப்பர். இன்வெர்ஸ் ட்ரிகனாமெட்ரி முடிச்சு, 2 டைமென்ஷனல் அனலிட்டிக்கல் ஜியோமெட்ரி முடிச்சு, அப்புறம் வெக்டார் முடிச்சு. ஓ, இதுல இல்லவே இல்லையே அது. ஸோ தட் இஸ் இன் த செகண்ட் வால்யூம், இஸ் இட்?
சார் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வால்யூம் தானே சார்? சார் நான் சிபிசி சார்.
செகண்ட் வால்யூம்.
சிபிஎஸ்சி. ஸோ யுவர்ஸ் சிபிஎஸ்சி.
ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வால்யூம் லாஸ்ட் லெசன், லாஸ்ட் சாப்டர்.
ஓகே ஓகே ஓகே.
சார் எனக்கு ஆன்சர் 0ன்னு வருது சார்.
யூ ஆர் கெட்டிங் 0. ஓகே. ஸோ சந்தான மிராஜ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போட்டதுனால நீங்க எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுங்க, எப்படி போட்டீங்கன்னு சொல்லுங்க.
I power 59 LC எடுத்தா I power 59 into 2 வரும் சார். I power 59 I power 2 வந்து -1 சார். அப்போ -1 the whole power 50 plus 1 divided by I power minus the whole 59 is equal to -1 sir. -1 plus 1 is equal to 0. So 0 by I power 59 is equal to 0.
0 by I power. So you are getting a 0, is it?
Yes sir.
Not 1. Okay.
Yes sir.
0 is the correct answer. Okay. See, there are two approaches. One is, you can write I power 559. Always when you see a big number like this, you can simplify to I to the power of நீங்க ஸ்கொயர் வச்சு போடாதீங்க, because I to the power of 4 equal to 1 அப்படிங்கிறதுனால இது I to the power of 59 will be I to the power of 4 times 14 plus 3. So அதனால this will become equal to I cube. Okay. So this will be I cube plus 1 by I cube அப்படின்னு வந்துடும். Okay. So I cube plus 1 by I cube, and you have to further simplify it. So you can take LCM and do it. That is one way. So let me do it in another way. Another way will be, I will take this 1 by I power 59 equal to I power minus 59 இல்லையா? So that also you can write it as I power minus 60 plus 1. Okay. So just like you got this as I cube, so this will become I. So that means basically this is I cube and this is I. Okay. And you know that I cube is minus I. So it is 0. Okay. So I just thought I'll tell you. So 1 by vanduchina, what is the best way to do of the insulator? Yeah. Yeah. And I think Santana Mera, your approach is also correct. You can also do it like I square to the power of 29 plus into I. So I to the power of 59. So this will become I. 58 is minus 1, right? So minus 1 to the power. So this will be minus I. This will be minus I. So, but how did you do that? 1 by I power 59. Same way, right?
Sir, 1 அங்க போமிஸ்ட்ல வந்து I square 59 வந்துடலாம் சார், whole power 59.
So you can do it like minus I plus 1 by minus I, right?
1 power 59 is equal to minus 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 0. 0 by I power 59 is equal to
Can you repeat? How did it? Can you tell me once again?
Sir, I power 59 plus 1 by I power 59 க்கு LCM எடுக்க I power 15 ஆகும்.
வாய்ஸ் பிரேக் ஆகுது தானமராஜ். Not able to hear properly. Okay.
Sir, sir.
Okay.
Sir, can I have it?
Yeah, you can if you can write it here, that will be good because your voice break ஆகுது. இதுல இன்னொரு பேஜ் வேணாலும் எடுத்துட்டு நீங்க எழுதலாம். இதுல எழுதி பார்ப்போம்.
இல்லமா சார்.
Okay. So anyway, let's I think since you all understand, right, this one will be minus I, this will be minus 1 by I. So this minus 1 by I is plus I. So that's why it is. You can do it in multiple ways. Okay. So net answer is going to be 0. Sure. Now we'll go to your theory of equations problems from your multiple choice questions. So first problem is this. Okay. I'll share this tab now. Oh God. Okay. So a 0 of x to the power of
3, sir.
3, yeah, plus 64 is, there are 4 options. So can you do this?
Sir, minus 4, sir.
You're getting minus 4. Okay. That is option number 4. Okay. So, எப்படி போட்டீங்க? சந்தான மரிராஜ் நீங்க போட்டாச்சா?
Sir, yes, sir. Minus 4, sir.
Minus 4. Okay. So let Sundaresan explain. எப்படி போட்டீங்க அதை?
சார் இதை வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இது பி ஆஃப் எக்ஸ்ல வந்து நோ சைன் சேஞ்சஸ் சார், அதனால இதுக்கு பாசிட்டிவ் ரூட்ஸ் கிடையாது சார்.
ஓகே.
பி ஆஃப் மைனஸ் எக்ஸ்ல வந்து ஒரு மைனஸ் ஒரு பிளஸ் சார், அப்போ வந்து மினிமமா ஒரு நெகட்டிவ் ரூட் இருக்கும் சார், அதனால -4 சொன்னேன் சார்.
ஓகே. சந்தான மரிராஜ் நீங்க எப்படி போட்டீங்க?
Sir, s cube plus 64 is equal to 0. X cube is equal to 6 minus 64, so x is equal to 4, sir. Minus 4.
Minus 4. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Minus 4 to the cube is minus 64. Okay. So good. Now, in the mari problem, last time kuda onnu neenga kettinga. So what are the other roots of x cube equal to minus 64? Incidentally, adu in the problem illa, but suppose that they are not given minus 4, instead they are given one of the complex roots, right? So they could have given that. inga kuduthirukanga 4i abbilam kuda kuduthirukanga. So how do you find the other roots? லாஸ்ட் டைம் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோம் இல்லையா? ஸோ அதான் இதுக்கு ஒரு மெத்தட் நீங்க கான்ஸ்டன்டா வச்சுக்கலாம். இந்த மாதிரி இருந்துச்சுன்னா you write it as x cube equal to either
4i squared.
4i square. Let me tell the method. Okay, 64 into minus 1. Correct?
Yes,
Now, always you can write it as some number, some positive number, okay, into இது +1 இல்ல -1 ரெண்டுத்துல ஒண்ணு, எது depending on the problem நீங்க எடுத்துக்கோங்க. இப்போ இது வந்து 64 is 4 cube that we know, right, into -1 இப்போ எப்படி நம்ம the polar formல எழுதலாம். -1
sir, I square.
No. I wanted to write it in polar form, not in square and all. It should be like AI plus B.
Sir,
or cos theta on the formula. Or cis theta, இல்லையா?
Sir, cis 270, sir.
Cis
270, sir.
270. Actually, cis 270 is cos 270 plus I sin 270, இல்லையா? But cos 270 is 0, right? I 270 is -1.
Sir, 180, sir.
It should be 180, okay? So -1 is equal to cis pi. இது எப்போ நீ ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கோங்க, -1 is cis pi, and otherwise you will get 1. 1 is cis
pi by 2.
இல்ல cis 0. Okay.
0.
1 is cis 0, -1 is cis pi. இதை நீ ஞாபகம் வச்சுக்கணும். ஸோ இது மாதிரி இருந்துச்சு, எந்த ப்ராப்ளம் கேட்டாலும் இங்கே either it will be -1 or +1. ஸோ இங்கே வந்து -1 இருக்கிறதுனால 4 cube into cis pi. ஓகே, ஸோ நம்ம இப்போ கியூப் ரூட் எடுத்தோம்னா x equal to 4 into these 3 roots வரும், cis pi to the power of 1/3. So now cis pi to the power of 1/3 என்னென்ன வேல்யூஸ் சொல்லுங்க பார்ப்போம். லாஸ்ட் டைம் நம்ம டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணோமே எதுவும்.
I square.
I square? No. It is, suppose this is theta, right? This is your theta. So our formula is theta plus 2k pi divided by n. This is for the nth root. Okay. So k will be 0 to n minus 1. So inge vande theta is pi என்றதுனால this will be pi plus 2k pi whole divided by 3 for k equal to 0, 1, 2. Okay. You put 0, you will get pi by 3. 1, you get
Pi. Pi by 3.
3 pi by 3. No? If you put 2, it will become pi by 3. So these are the 3 values. So this will be 4 into either pi by 3. 3 pi by 3 is just pi. Pi by 3. So these are the 3 roots. I am missing this. Okay. So the 3 roots are 4 cis pi by 3. So what is cis pi? Just now, right? Cis pi is -1. So that's why it is -4. So these are the 3 roots. Okay. So of course you can rewrite 5 pi by 3 as minus 3 pi by 3. Sorry, minus 2 pi by 3. Right. So you can write it as minus 2 pi by 3 to be in that range for principal argument. Okay. Let's go to the next problem. Okay. If f and g are polynomials of degrees m and n respectively, and if h of x, I think this is not coming out well. I'll check the problem. H of x equal to,
Sir, that is f dot g, sir.
yeah, f of g. Okay, that is f of g. So this is h of x equal to f of g of x. This is the problem. Then what is the degree of h?
சரி mn
The options இருக்குல்ல, options are these four options. Mn, m plus n, m power n, and n power m. Okay. The cut and paste, it is coming awfully.
சரி mn m into n
இது m power n, இது வந்து n power m. Okay, so these are the four options. Now, what did you get, Santana Mariraj?
சரி mn sir, first option.
Mn. Okay, Sundaresan?
Sir, I don't know this sum, sir.
You don't know. Okay, Santana Mariraj, can you tell me how you got this Mn?
சரி mn sir, option 1. Sir, option 1 mn.
Option 1 mn is the correct answer. Okay,
Yes,
so but how did you get it?
Sir, degree polynomial degree na highest அந்த x ஓட அந்த வேறு x ஓட பவர்ல வந்து highest நம்பர் இருக்கணும் சார், அதான் polynomial degree. அதுல வந்து g ல வந்து x வந்து n இருக்குதுன்னா இந்த g of f composite g னா f of g of x, அப்பனா g of x வந்து x power n இருக்கும். இந்த x power n அப்ப f of x வந்து x power m இருக்கலாம். அந்த x power m ல வந்து x power n சப்ஸ்டிட்யூட் பண்ண மிஸ்ல n into m சார். ஸோ இது h ஓட ஹையஸ்ட் டிகிரி வந்து n into m தான் சார் இருக்கும்.
Correct. See, we can, like you said, no, we can take f of x equal to x power m and g of x equal to x power n. Okay. Now you substitute f of g of x equal to either first this instead of gx you put x power n, then that whole power m under. Okay. So if there are other terms also, it doesn't matter. What matters to us is only that highest power, which determines the degree. Okay. So answer is 1, option 1. Okay. Let's go to the next problem. I think I will write it rather than cut and paste. I think this will come. Okay. A polynomial equation in x of degree n always has n distinct roots, n real roots, n complex roots, at most one root.
Sorry, n complex roots.
Okay. What about Santana Marina?
N real roots, sir.
N real roots.
Yes, sir.
Okay. A polynomial equation need not have all real roots. N totally there will be n roots. Okay. Real and imaginary and complex all put together, you will have n roots. Okay. So n distinct roots irukuma.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Distinct n distinct இருக்குன்னு சொல்ல முடியாது. So the same root can appear many times. சரியா? So n distinct roots இருக்காது. You know, sometimes it will be there but not always. N real roots இருக்காது. Sometimes, you know, it will be complex roots. At most one root, so that is also wrong. So n complex roots is the right answer because the set of complex numbers includes real number and imaginary number also. Okay. So if you simply take a real number, so that also comes under the set of complex numbers. Okay. So that is the catch here. Okay. So that way you can say any real complex, all of them put together, you can call it as a complex number. That means a real number is a subset of complex number. The set of real numbers is a subset of the set of complex numbers. So now we can say that there will be n complex roots. Okay. Let's go to the next problem. Okay. This is your Vieta's theorem. Okay, polynomial equation n degree n has actually alpha, beta, and gamma are the roots of x square plus x cube plus px square. I will write it. Alpha, beta, gamma, delta are the roots of gamma. Okay. So the roots of x cube plus px square. Qx plus r. then sigma 1 by alpha means 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta plus 1 by gamma. What is this? So that is the question. So alpha, beta, gamma are the roots of x cube plus px square plus qx plus r. So how do you determine this 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta plus 1 by gamma?
Sir, first we take LCM, sir.
Okay, that is good. So what do you get?
Sir, alpha, beta, gamma upon alpha square plus beta square plus gamma square.
Alpha, beta, gamma. மேல என்ன?
Sir, மேல வந்து beta gamma plus alpha gamma plus alpha beta, sir.
That is right. Beta gamma plus alpha gamma plus alpha beta.
Minus q by r, sir.
Okay. So what is the value of the first one? I'll write it like this: alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha. What is the value of this?
Q, sir.
Okay.
C by A, sir.
Yes, because sum of the this kind of combination of roots. Okay, two roots at a time. So if you do like this, so this will be alpha plus beta plus gamma. So the Vieta's formula, so that is what you use here. Okay, so which says alpha plus beta plus gamma is equal to
Minus B by A.
minus b by a. In this case, it is minus p by 1, which is minus p. Alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha is equal to
Q, sir.
that will be c by a, okay, which is q. And alpha beta gamma equal to
D by A, sir. Equal to minus D by A, sir.
Right. 1 minute. Let me see. Minus b by a cube minus d
Minus
by a. Assuming a b c d, so that will be minus r. Minus r, right? So that will be minus r. So we have got the values of alpha plus beta plus gamma. This, alpha beta plus beta gamma plus gamma alpha and alpha beta gamma. So what do we need? 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta plus 1 by gamma is this, alpha
Minus
beta
Q by
plus
R.
q divided by minus r, right? Because alpha beta gamma is minus r, so this term is q. That is your answer, minus q by r. You have that option, right? Option number 1. Okay. Next problem. Oh, this is a very interesting problem. Yes, according to the rational root theorem, which number is not possible rational zero of 4x square plus 2x to the power of 4 4x square plus 2
Sir, 4x to the power 7, sir.
Oh, 4x to the power of 7, 2x to the power of 4. Okay. 4x to the power of 7. Then read it. 2x to the power of 4. Then
Minus 10x cube minus 5.
minus 5. So according to rational root theorem, which number is not possible rational zero of this? The options are, read the options.
Minus 1, 5 by 4, 4 by 5, 5.
Okay. Now, what is your rational root theorem?
Sir, last number by first number. All possible divisors, sir. Answer
So tell
is
me that theorem. No, what does the theorem say?
sir, the x to the power 0 equal to p, sir, and the highest power b q, sir, and the divisors of p by q is the root, sir.
No, tell me the theorem. No, Sundaresan.
minus 1.
The theorem says that if at all there is a rational root for this equation, it doesn't say that this should be root, that should be root. Okay. If at all. So what is possible? So here the question also is it which is possible, which is not possible. They're not asking which is the root. If there is a rational root, p by q. Rational means it should be of the form p by q. Right? Then this p should be a factor of this. The numerator should be a factor of this. Numerator factor of the constant. Okay. Similarly, q, that means p is a factor of an அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. இதை a0 ன்னு வச்சுக்கோங்க. So q is a factor of a0. So if there is a rational root, it doesn't say that there is a rational root, but if at all there is a rational root, it should obey this condition. Okay. So that means this what are the possible roots? Numerator என்னென்ன possible? The possible values of numerators are,
sir, plus or minus 1, plus or minus 5.
Correct. Plus or minus 1, plus or minus 5. And denominator?
Plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, plus or minus 2.
Very good.
Option C is the correct answer.
So, yeah. So that means, so minus 1 is minus 1 by 1. So that is possible. 5 by 4 is also possible. Like 4 by 5 is not possible. 5 is possible. So option?
So I have a doubt, sir. Sir, if minus 1 in this equation will not give 0, no, sir.
என்னமா?
ஈக்குவேஷன் சப்ஸ்டிட் பண்ணா 0 கிடைக்காதுங்களா சார்?
0 கிடைக்காது.
அப்பனா இது சொல்லலாம்.
இல்ல, it is not saying that this is a root, or this is like I said, no, this is not a way to find out a root, but it is only telling that this is possible, this is not possible. அவ்வளவுதான். Okay, if there is a rational number, so 0 வந்து இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னா, so that we can easily determine the constant should be 0. அப்பதான் அதுக்கு வந்து 0 can be a root. That we can easily determine.
Yes.
So we don't need any theorem to check whether 0 is a root. Okay. So these are all
Okay.
some ways just to see whether it is possible, that is possible, because நம்ம குவாட்ரேட்டிக் ஈக்குவேஷன்ல ரூட் கண்டுபிடிக்கிறதுக்கு ஃபார்முலா இருக்கு இல்லையா, மைனஸ் பி பிளஸ் ஆர் மைனஸ் ரூட் ஆஃப் பி ஸ்கொயர் மைனஸ் 4ac/2a, அந்த மாதிரி கியூபிக் அண்ட் குவார்டிக் அந்த ஃபங்க்ஷன் அதுக்கெல்லாம் there is no such formula. There is a very complicated formulas are there. So but up to that is also up to third and fourth. Fifth onwards it is not possible to even derive a formula. Okay. So அதனால தான் நமக்கு வந்து we'll have to guess what is possible, what is not possible, what are the the limits, how many roots can be positive, how many roots can be negative. இந்த மாதிரி information வச்சிருந்து we are trying to guess and solve these kind of equations. That is all the subject matter of your the topic, theory of equations. Okay.
சார் an என்னது சார் எதை டினோட் பண்ணுது?
an ங்கிறது ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டேர்ம். சாரி an ங்கிறது சாரி லாஸ்ட் டேர்ம். a0 வந்து ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டேர்ம், an ங்கிறது லாஸ்ட் டேர்ம். So that is how you typically write a polynomial, right? a0 into x to the power of n plus a1 into x to the power of n minus 1, like that, because you write the highest degree first.
Okay, sir.
So the thing is, you can easily, you don't have to forget about a0, a1 and all. So இது வந்து numerator, the last constant வந்து numerator, in the first வந்து denominator. So that way
Okay,
you remember like that. Okay. Okay. So next problem. The polynomial x cube plus k minus kx square plus 9x. This is problem number 6. Okay. X cube plus kx square plus 9. (9x) minus kx square plus 9x. Okay. So this is a given polynomial. So we have to determine the roots. We can easily determine the roots of this equation. Okay. So what are the roots? So what is the what you can see, the moment you see there is no constant, right? Like I said, there is no constant, so you can take out an x. Okay, so now when this you take out x, then one of the roots become x 0. So one possibility is x equal to 0. Okay, the other possibility is this x square minus kx plus 9 being 0. Okay. So we already got one real root. Now the question is all 3 real roots, right? Means this should have 2 real roots. So what is the condition? So we know that for quadratic equation, what is the condition for the 2 roots to be real? What is the condition for the 2 roots to be real? The discriminant should be
4 minus 4 in p greater than 0.
Discriminant should be greater than or equal to 0, right? Which is, that is b square that is your condition, right? So just substitute and you get the condition what for k. That's all. Okay. So what is b here?
சார் இந்த பை 2a வருமா சார்?
ஆமா, b ஸ்கொயர் மைனஸ் 2a. ஓகே, சாரி சார், வேணாம், கரெக்ட். பட் இருந்தாலும் தப்பு இல்லை. ரூட் ஆஃப் பி ஸ்கொயர் மைனஸ் 4ac தான். ஸோ அதனால பி ஸ்கொயர் மைனஸ் 4ac போதும். ஓகே, ஸோ now b is minus k, so k minus k the whole square minus 4ac. This is your condition. So k square greater than or equal to 36, which means
k greater than or equal to plus or minus 6.
எப்படி எழுதணும்? Sorry, greater, right? Okay, so either minus infinity to minus 6 or 6 to infinity. So this can also be written as which given condition satisfies the given options. What are the options given?
Sir, actually k greater than or greater than minus 6 னா அது வந்து அது எப்படி சார் வந்து இந்த
greater than minus 6 கிடையாது. greater than minus 6 னா minus 5 வரும். அப்ப minus 5 square வந்து greater than or equal to 36 கிடையாது இல்லையா? So it has to be either less than minus 6 or greater than plus 6. Okay. See, k square greater than 36 means k should be less than minus 6 or greater than 6. Greater than or equal to 6. Okay. So this is the thing. Or this you can write, alternately you can write it as mod k greater than or equal to 6. Okay. So they are given that option number 3. Okay, mod k greater than option 4, mod k greater than or equal to 6. So it's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Santana Maraj, are you okay? Following, right?
Yes, sir. Clear,
Okay.
sir. Sir, I'm following.
Okay, so here the number of real roots, the number of real numbers in 0 to 2 pi, satisfying the equation. I'll write the equation. Okay, sine to the power of 4 is problem number 7. Huh? 7, right? Okay. So the given equation is sine to the power of 4x minus 2 sine square x plus 1. Equal to 0. So now the question is, how do you solve this equation? Okay.
Sir, 2 real roots, sir.
2 real roots. What are the roots?
Pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, sir.
Yeah, very good, ma. Very good. So you got it. Okay. So what about Santana Mariraj?
Sir,
Can you do this? Okay. So let me see here. The principle here is these are not polynomials, so there is no rule that okay they should have only 4 roots, or it's not like that. Okay, the polynomials, the rules, whatever the deviata rule and the number of roots that all those rules are applicable. So here, but that this looks like we can convert it into a polynomial by substitution. Okay, put sine square x equal to y nu poduvom. So then this will become y square minus 2y plus 1 equal to 0. This is how you did, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
sir. Same method.
Yeah. That means y equal to y square equal to 1. Sorry, y minus 1 also y equal to 1.
Y equal to 1, sir. Sine
Y equal
square.
to 1 is the only solution. But now we know that y equal to sine square x. 1. That means sine x equal to plus or minus 1.5. So in the range of, so you can have infinite solutions satisfying this rule, sine x equal to plus or minus 1. But the roots in the range 0 to 2 pi are pi by 2, because sine pi by 2 is 1 and sine 3 pi by 2 is minus 1. So these are the only 2 roots in the range 0 to 2 pi. Okay. I will write this equation. If x cube plus, can you read it out if you have the book? I am finding it hard to go back and forth.
Sir, x cube
X cube
plus 12x square plus 10ax
okay,
plus 1999.
This is a given equation, right? Polynomial equation. So what is the question? It
Definitely.
has got a positive 0. What is the condition for this to have a positive 0? So what formula will we use here? What theorem or what rule is applicable here?
Sir, Descartes rule use பண்ண முடியுமா?
Descartes rule. So Descartes rule. So how will you apply it here? See, suppose this term is positive. Okay. This a is positive. Okay, and then the 10a will become positive. So in that case, will this equation have any positive root?
No, sir.
Santana Mariraj, are you following? Okay.
Yes,
Because
sir.
now, yeah, I asked you, are you following? So we were discussing, right? That so what is the condition for this to have any positive root? Descartes rule.
Sir, x should be negative, sir. A should
So
be
this
negative.
coefficient should be negative. because see,
Okay, sir.
there is no sign change at all. Okay, if this is remaining positive, then there is no sign change at all. That means this cannot have a positive root. Equation which doesn't have any sign change cannot have any positive root. That is your Descartes rule, right? Because there is the number of sign changes is 0. That means the limit for positive roots is 0. So that means it cannot have any positive root. So this has to be a negative term. But then there will be a sign change. Then it will be possible to have a positive root. Okay. So that means so what is it should be less than 0. Okay, not even 0. If it is 0 also, it is not, there is no sign change, there will not be any positive root. So that means that 10a, which is a coefficient, should be less than 0. Okay, or a less than 0. So is that what you got, Sundaresan? Or
Yes, sir.
Santanamaraj, you got this? A less than 0? Which option is it? A less than 0? Option number 3 is there. A less than 0. Okay, you have to be careful. You should not put a less than or equal to 0, because if you put equal to 0 also, there will not be a sign change. Okay, this is your option number 3. No, ரெண்டு ப்ராப்ளம் இருக்கு. Do you have some more time? நம்ம போட்டு முடிச்சிடலாமா இதை? Sundaresan and Santanamaraj, is it okay? Can we continue for another 5 or 10 minutes?
Okay, sir.
Sir, we can continue.
Okay, so good. Thank you. Let's finish off these two problems, are fairly simple ones. The polynomial x cube plus 2x plus 3.
Thank you. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Has so one negative. The options are these.
Sir.
This is again
One.
Descartes rule only. Has one negative and two imaginary zeros, one positive and two imaginary zeros, three real zeros, no zeros. So which option is correct?
One negative and two negative, sir.
So how do you say that? One thing we can say is it cannot have any positive root, right? Because there is no sign change. So we can say that option 2 is out. Okay. But how do we say that it can have three real zeros or no zeros, or no zeros is not possible. It will have three roots are there.
Sir,
so how do we say
P of minus x, sir?
What?
Sir, on substituting x in place of minus x, sir.
That is right. That is right. So that way you can determine the bound for positive root as well as negative root. Okay. So bound for positive root, number of positive roots equal to இதில் உள்ள sign change 0 இருக்கிறதுனால less than or equal to 0. So that means no positive roots. Number of negative roots எப்படி கண்டுபிடிக்கலாம்? So that is where, yeah, whatever you said, put x equal to minus x. Okay.
One side.
So here Here one sign change. That means number of negative roots is less than or equal to 1. Okay, so there's no positive roots, either 1 or 0 negative roots, 0 or 1. So remaining are imaginary roots or complex. Complex which are neither positive nor negative. That can be either 3 or 2. When this is 0, this is going to be 3. Totally there are 3 roots. So either it will have 0 negative roots and 3 complex roots, and 1 negative root and 2 complex roots. Out of these two, which combination is feasible?
1,2, sir.
Yes. Why? This is possible. Is this possible? 0, 3? It is not possible. Okay, because complex roots will always appear in pairs. Okay, if a particular complex number is a root, its conjugate is also a root. So in a polynomial solution, it will always be like that. Either if a plus ib is a root, or x plus iy, it implies x minus iy is also a root. Okay. Similarly, even the surds. Okay, so if a number like a plus I root b is a root.
A minus I root B is also a root.
So these appear in pairs. So that is why
Do
3
you mean,
complex roots and 0 negative roots is also not possible. So this must have 1 negative root and 2 complex roots.
sir?
Huh.
அதாவது அது வந்து 2, 4, 6 இந்த மாதிரி ஈவன்ல தான் இருக்கும்னு சொல்றீங்களா சார்?
ஆமா ஆமா ஆமா.
Yes, sir.
Because 2 அதே மாதிரி if there is another complex number, its conjugate will also come, so it will become 4. So in even numbers, number of that complex roots will be in even numbers. Okay. So that is why there's 1 positive and 2 imaginary zeros. So this kind of number they're classifying as imaginary in this option. We also call it as complex, but is it a real and imaginary component? We can also think of it like a imaginary number. It's all in. So that's what they mean here: 1 positive and 2 imaginary. So no, 1 positive is not possible. 1 negative and 2 imaginary. That means option number 1. Now comes the last problem. The number of positive zeros of the equation sigma r equal to 0 to n ncr minus 1 to the power of r power x power, right? X power r. Because x power r into 1 power n minus r. So what do you see? This should strike something, right? Some an expression like this: ncr into minus 1 whole to the minus 1 to the power of r into x to the power of r, where r equal to 0 to n. What is it actually? Remember binomial theorem. recollect binomial theorem and tell me what this expression means. Reduces to, it will simplify to something. This is 1 minus x whole to the power of n. Okay. So what are the roots of this equation? Only x equal to 1 is the only solution. Okay. But it occurs n times. So therefore n roots are there, but all the n roots are x equal to 1 only. All are positive roots only. So that means there will be n positive roots. But if they ask you how many distinct root, it is only 1. So n positive roots, which is your option 2. Okay. So I think we have come to the end of this exercise. I hope you have a fairly good understanding of the theory of equations, Descartes' rule, and Vieta's theorem, and all that. So நான் செக் பண்ணி பார்த்தேன், இந்த ஐஐடி ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ்ல ரொம்ப ப்ராப்ளம்ஸ் இந்த மாதிரி இல்லை. Actually there are more problems from your basic algebra, which is in your 11th class. Okay. So I will try to find out if whatever problems that have come in the IIT from this, or we can take some problems from the basic algebra, the 11th portion. Adilende I am seeing many problems. So we will work on more of algebraic problems. Next week we will do that, because until your teacher completes inverse trigonometry. So next week we will do this. Hopefully before the week after that, your teacher will complete trigonometry, that inverse trigonometric functions. So next week we'll continue with the more problems from algebra. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Any questions? Any doubt irukka? Santana Mariraj, Sandaresan?
No doubt, sir.
Okay.